Hi everybody, it's Justin from Main Man Bassing. In this video, I'm going to take apart my Shimano Sedona 2500 FE. Thrilling stuff. Exhilarating. Actually, it's pretty cool. I got right down to the gears. I just wanted to take it apart for myself, just kind of for the fun of it, to see what I've never been that deep in a reel, so it was pretty cool. And I thought while I was making this, maybe it would help somebody out. Or maybe you have to clean something, or I don't know, maybe you're interested too and you're just looking through like some kind of, informal tutorial. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, I do product reviews, fishing videos, and how-to videos that all revolve around bass fishing in the Northeast. I'd love to have you as a sub, so consider subscribing. So I'll try to get to videos as quickly as I can. I just want to preface a few things. One is, if you have an expensive reel, consider another option other than taking it apart. Okay, if you got like $400 reel, I wouldn't do it. Two, record yourself with your phone so that you can backtrack. Three, the bail and the roller bearing is complicated. It's more complicated than you think, and especially depending on what brand you have. My Shimano, it was a mess. And then also the bearings were kind of delicate, so just be careful, and I'll mention those when I get into the video. So just consider that before you do it. But we'll jump right in. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I first went for the bail. The first part was easy, but the second part was a little more complicated. This is where the roller bearing is, so you need to pay attention. This section of the bail has two pieces. It connects the bail, but then there's the, switch mount, I guess. But you'll see here, this is just this bolt, the screw holds the bearing in place, and the bail. So you'll see here, I take this off, and then it's just, you gotta pay attention to that. If you have like directions, if you can download them and get the parts assembly manual, that'd be probably a pretty good thing, because every brand's going to be a little different. But it just gets messy there, so just be careful. Maybe lay them in order the way they are. And this I'm just taking off. This is the drag / spool. I just removed the spool. It's pretty self-explanatory, but what I thought was cool is that this little lever in here slides back and forth, and it's pinned in with springs, and that's that chime you hear when the fish starts to pull drag. Pretty neat, I thought. Okay, this is where you need to start paying attention. Again, if you have directions or the assembly part diagram, if you have the box or the instructions or download, you might want to do this because this is where the spring lever is for the bail. And I wasn't aware of it, and I wish I'd proceeded with a little more caution. This one was a little complicated to get back in. To reassemble. Disassembling it was no part, but getting it back together was kind of a little bit of a challenge. A really wonky spring lever. But whatever. I got it. It's functional. I don't think this screw serves any purpose other than to hold in that that nut, and that nut seats the rotor, I believe. But you're gonna have to get a wrench and take that nut off. But that little screw I took out, I think it just prevents the nut from going forward or backwards. You see that little piece of metal hanging out there? That's part of the it's part of the bail spring mechanism. Okay, when you get down to the rotor, or I got down to the rotor, and I didn't see any more screws, so I just did what my dad would do, as he would say, and just start reefing on it, and it came off. It's kind of surprising there, but inside here are the bearings, so you got to be really careful when you get to this part. And here are the gears. This is why I did it. I really wanted to see how this thing functions. It looks like that. It's like that one I'm holding in my right hand is aluminum, and the one in the housing on my left hand, that looks like brass. This is pretty cool. A lot of grease in there, I thought. Well, maybe a little too much grease. And if you're trying to reassemble, I'm going to make a reassemble video, but you got to pay attention how everything's structured in there to get it working properly. Because otherwise, if you might think you have it and you put it together and you realize it's not right, so pay attention. I'll try and get you some close-ups here. So that's the video. I took apart the reel. I'm gonna leave it that way, and I'm gonna make. I'm gonna put it back together. I actually already have. So, spoiler. I'll put a link somewhere up here if you want to see me putting it back together. It was pretty cool. As I suggested in the intro, I would get some tweezers, and I would be careful on that air bail. Not the air bail, the bail. The air bail's for Daiwa. The bail. Be careful around that, and then I think I just think the bearings were a little complicated, and the bail was complicated. Everything else is pretty easy. So I hope that helped. I hope it gave you good perspective, and I hope you catch a real big bass soon. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. And then I'm gonna start working on editing my video, putting it back together. So thanks. I hope you catch a big bass soon.